Buenos dias. Tell me what you want. Really, what you want. We have an invader in our office. Good morning. What matters? What matters the most to you? What matters the most to you? All right. It is Wacky Wednesday, February 14th. What? Yeah, the institution celebrates a day. People wear red. I wear black. Okay. Wacky Wednesday it is. Let's kick off with tons of jokes. Let's see if the weatherman likes it. All right, babe. So some people think prison is one word, but to robbers, it's the whole sentence. Oh, okay, Wacky Wednesday. I used to be addicted to soap, but I'm clean now. Hey, and one more. I pour root beer in a square glass. Now I just have beer. That's like 2 in 1. Love it. Welcome everybody. I hope you're having a fun Wednesday. And that is wacky in some sense to you. And we had something in here that I'm going to share it tomorrow. A day of the life of a teacher. That's for tomorrow. We're going to save that. The weatherman, it's not ready. However, this weather lady is. So imagine your weather lady being a Latina mom. Let's hear it.
¿Qué? What's the temperature?
Escúrele 75 degrees, mija. Y es un par de medias. Que se lleve medias, mija, para que no se enferme.
Hey, Siriana.
¿Qué?
What's the temperature?
Escúrele 75 degrees.
It is currently 75 degrees.
Mija. Y es un par de medias. Que se lleve medias, mija.
She's saying make sure you have socks on. Okay, shout out to all my New Yorkers and my Jersey people out there. Yeah, I heard about 6 feet or 8 feet of snow. Oh, keep warm. Jimmy and I actually wish we were there because this is what we want to see outside our window. Currently in Orlando. This is what we want. We want to grab a mug, which I already had my coffee, so I'm not going to have it now. And just stare at snow. Yeah, it is bad. It's going to be high 72 here in Orlando. For most people, like, oh, I wish I was there. And we wish we were in Jersey or New York, rather. So, babe, make sure you take out the garbage. Okay, so back to the show. We want to make sure that weatherman does his husbandly duties. And seriously, guys, our duties here are very different. So, yeah, that is for another show. Okay, but what matters the most to you guys for winter? Yesterday I told Jimmy I really would like to write down a list of activities because when you're like, oh, you have that time. For example, like I don't have a car, we share a car. So when I get the car, I'm like, where do I go? And I used to have a list for all my artist dates. But since I'm in a new program, new diet, there's new things. I don't want to go to a cafe currently. And yeah, so I gotta write myself a new list. And so I figure, I know the question says what matters the most this season. And for me, it's still a season, even though it's not snowing outside. But most of the world is indoors, right? It doesn't mean I'm gonna stay here indoors all day, every day. What it does mean is that I'm not out there spending money on restaurants and event. I want all that for spring and summer. That's the part that I love about seasons, and especially with winter. Winter has shorter daylight. Meaning there are less things to do. You're more indoor, and it's how to take advantage. I don't know if that's the word. How to really embrace the winter. So I got a few ideas. I hope I don't have any pictures. So I'm waiting for the weatherman. We're gonna go back and forth here. So it's gonna look a little different. But the one thing, like I said, is that I do want to write down places because I don't necessarily need to consume, right? Like going to a cafe, I could go and explore and do other things. So um they are, and there is still for me a season of our library home. So going to check out bookstores and records for my record player up there. Hey, there it is. It's fun for me. Now I know that's consuming. But looking through the different choices that I have, it's fun, right? So if I find a one and let's say it's like the last record, I'll pick it up, But if it's not within like my time frame, that's okay. And this is what I love about working in seasons because there's going to be a time of saving, right? A time of production, and then a time to consume, a time to celebrate. And again, celebrating to me, I do it every day. Because if no one's celebrating Patty, the mood goes down. It's like, oh, how do you keep so positive? Well, I actually count my wins. Like I count them, I say them. I thank myself, like Snoop Doggy Dogg. I want to thank me in a sense of okay, let's keep focusing on what I'm doing right, and let's do more of the things that I do right and comes out very natural versus hustle, grind. I gotta do it this way, which it just consumes a lot of my time. So for me, going live is awesome. Recording videos has I don't want to discard them, but that is something that I can start actually scripting for during my winter. So when spring comes, when our adventures come, then I already got like the places that I want to go to, the shots and the scenes that I want to do, with the messages that I want to share, and that's what keeps me looking forward to. So I got some videos that I want to add to my blog. So for those who read, I mean, some people are visual learners like me. I think most people are. I mean, there's like I guess take out guess. There's science to prove that, and for me, the visuals way better than when I apply it, even better. And then when I go apply and then teach others, it stays with me forever. So anyway, as far as the fun one, Weatherman is not here, but that's okay. Let's go to a quick little review in there, and I'll wrap it up with him. So it's working in seasons. I love that saying, do things that matter. So my question to you is, what matters? And I'm sharing for me, and what matters at the end of the day is like being grounded in those values. And integrity is one of those things that I want to live and stand by, of keeping my promises, of going above and beyond for myself and for my clients, going above and beyond for my family, doing the very best I can do as far as that. So Patty's got to learn not to keep so many promises. That's one thing. That's my 10% on improvement. I'm just keeping that mouth shut or slow it down a little bit. And yesterday, Jimmy and I, with our financial goals, we've talked about them. They've been in different pieces of journal, But that whiteboard right there was filled yesterday. So last night I was like, babe, hold on. We just talked about like that deadline. And so having a deadline for our next 3 months, because as I mentioned, I am entering a new season, a new project. So it's basically, right? So it was mid-February, March, and then April. So it's that mid-April that's really towards the May. I told you I have a goal. I'm not yet ready to share. May is the month that I'm personally looking forward to. So also in our discussion, we were talking about how calendars help us have a beginning and an end. And then we talked about the circumstances or two different reactions, being proactive versus active. So a to-do list is a very reactive activity that if you do daily, it's insanity, my friends. I hate that. uh, with like a passion. I'm not saying I of course I have to-do lists on, let's say, on a project. If we're gonna fix something, if we're gonna go to a store, yeah, of course there's a to-do list. There's a checklist. I like, Jimmy and I send each other checklists when we're gonna go to the store, if whatever. I'm saying, what I'm saying, if your life runs on long to-do lists every single day, that's a lot of energy versus the proactive, um asking yourself, what do you want for the winter? What matters for this season? And then what matters for this month? Oh, there's Jimmy, and let's get him up here. Zito. Hey, Grumpy. All right, well, let me finish the review, and then we'll get you sharing the weather with us. Oh, we lost the camera for the weatherman. Is all good. So again, more information on this blog, reactive versus responses. So anyway, that's what we've been talking about from Monday, Tuesday, and today. And since we have the weatherman, what is the weather, man?
It's cool and crisp right now, 50 degrees. It's nice. I hear it's going to get hotter by the today, so get out before it gets too late and enjoy this nice weather.
Yeah, you have the window down?
No, it's too cold for that.
Too cold. Oh, nice. Love it. Well, I'm looking forward to that. So, as we ask ourselves questions, yeah, because today is like what matters the most. And I know Jimmy yesterday was talking about how it takes a certain skill on the whole planning. I like to maybe take a bite out of that, because we've been talking about self-reflection and taking 2 steps back. But what are some of those questions, right? So I got more for you guys. But before that, oh, that was a slow process. I actually have a question as we go through this process, and is if you guys could see this iceberg. My question to you is, what holds more weight, the top or the bottom? And obviously, as we can see from this picture, it's the bottom. And I as much as I hear especially myself have said this and hear this, oh, I procrastinate or wait for the last minute. And when I myself procrastinate and wait for the last minute, it's not a time management issue. Not at all. It's a clarity issue. And it's we forget that there's more to that surface of whatever you're quote unquote procrastinating on, whatever that is. It comes from something way deeper, way deeper. And so when we actually do take 2 steps back to ask ourselves that, we're actually getting to the root of things, because they hold a lot of weight. And it could really take 15 minutes. I call it like my 15 minutes of magic when I'm with clients, because we always know it's something way more than the sentence that they told me at the beginning. We end up talking about like getting back to like childhood trauma. We're getting back to like really family issues that are weighing us. We get to like really like what is that? Oh man, that imposter syndrome. Who do you think you are? Kind of weight. The safety weight. I know for me, this is what I've been going in the past few 2 weeks. I'm gonna mute Jimmy. Just wave at me, Jimmy, if you want to add something. And so yeah, so I'll share from my example, like feeling safe, how I've been ignoring that, and how that actually has to do a lot with my physiology, right? Like with my body, how my body, because our bodies store trauma, our bodies store the fear, the insecurity, all that is stored in our bodies. And it's been really helpful for myself. When you join a program, I this program I'm in, I'm gonna tell you guys, it's called the Dr. Pampa program. It's a big investment. Whew, getting a little emotional. The amount of support in the support that aligns with my value has no dollar amount in it. So yesterday I attended a HIIT workout, and it wasn't like, yeah, we're gonna do it, like Peloton, all these freaking. I love the 90s, but I also hate the 90s because it was all about fat is bad. You gotta do it's like hardcore grind, and gosh, this BS like messed us all up. It makes me angry actually. And so we're talking about a way of doing a HIIT workout where you're honoring your body. And this doesn't mean give up. Like you're honoring, you're respecting, you're saying, okay, this is where I'm at. This is where I can push. Showing up by itself is huge. And that's what the coach did. Like the whole 5 minutes was about, yes, you showed up even though you're in pain, even though you don't even want to get out of bed. Like, because in this program, there's people that are in serious pain, and as well, as emotional. It's all connected, guys. I mean, I don't understand why we separate that. It is all connected. So anyway, so that was an example of myself noticing this past especially 2 Fridays ago. I was like in tears because the facilitator of this particular webinar, which is on the vagus nerve, said one thing that had me in tears. I am the cause and I am the solution. And it was a reality that I've been my own worst healing coach, because I do beat myself up with it. And then it gave me hope that I could actually turn that around, because it doesn't matter if a coach is encouraging that. I mean, it's great. It's great. It's empowering. At the end of the day, what matters is what's between these ears and what you're telling yourself. So having that shift um by a statement, by pausing, by reflecting, has been very, very big. So anyway, so we're talking about what matters this season, and it is a question that could, you could just dig in with questions. So um the one that I have, and again, it's from the same blog that I've been sharing this whole week, is what do you believe to be important to you? Go beyond God, please. Go beyond your family. Go beyond love. Explain what that is. Okay, so if it is God, what is God? Who is God? What does God have to do with you? Like, ask, go deeper. Because has it really helped to put God in this really broad, far away um deity out there with zero connection to your purpose in life? What is God's purpose for you? Okay. What matters to you? Please, please, please if I could encourage us to say Jesus loves you, God is in control, like as a throw in the towel for you to really get personal, that's what I'm doing. So if you're unsubscribing, whatever you do to what I'm saying right now is really up to you. God wants a relationship. He wants something way deeper than what we're just saying and throwing out there as a big bluff without a connection to your specific purpose. And so, guys, let's go and take a look at this question, because I mean, do you find yourself like this lady right here? Like, oh my gosh, there are two paths. Which way should I go? If that's you, if you often find yourself into like, oh, here I am again, I don't know what to do. It's certainly a sign that it's we are losing sight of why we're here. Because guess what? In life, even if you're in the right path, there's going to be detours. There's going to be uh, choices right there. And you get to choose one and move on. But if you're like, what? Why? Why is this happening? Then it can be related to a lack of clarity of what your purpose may be and what you value and what life is. Just describe it. Describe what that is. Are you role modeling in your life right now? Right? So whatever you said, is it showing up? How can you align your daily activities to your values and your principles? Like, how can we do that? When you have it in a piece of paper, we actually write it down as you go. Like when I go in all my lives in here, I go back and be like, am I doing this? Like, okay, what am I not aligning with? And so I am definitely going to just share way more of what I'm currently struggling with. So, yeah, I certainly do not. Oh, sorry. Looks like Facebook is having a problem. Okay, that's all good. I've been meaning to get out of Facebook anyway. Put all the focus on YouTube and on Instagram. So let's ask ourselves those questions of what really matters. I know we began like 2 weeks ago with asking, what do you want to create? What do you want to create that is based on what you believe is important? And how does that look like? How does that actually look like? And if you have more questions, if this is still confusing to you, please reach out to me. I do have discovery calls, half an hour. We could chat and sit. If this is something that you're like, yes, I still don't know how to, reach out. I'll put it in the comments, because then that does create for me to create more content and narrow it down even deeper. So again, oh, look how cool Mr. Jimmy looks. Hello, sir. When did you get those shades on?
Just put them on.
Love it.
I feel a big migraine coming on.
Oh no, honey. Okay. And I know my voice is not very suitable for migraines.
Yeah. Oh, it's great.
Yeah. Thanks. We all know that ain't true. But anyway,
well,
this is
you're
why
in the car, so I can turn you down.
Yeah, and this is why my show is in the morning. Just like the Millionaire Real Estate Agent podcast, after 2 o'clock, there's no way I'm digesting anything this really positive, awesome host is saying. So, guys, thank you for joining. Again, drop any questions in the comment. Let me know if this is helpful. Again, so people may be reaching out in text, phone calls, whatever, email. That's great. When we put it on the comment, it's okay. So yes, it helps the algorithm for our videos on YouTube. However, it also helps for people to be like, I had the same stinking question. Or I am, this is what I am doing, right? So, and if you want to come live and share what your process is as well, please, please, please DM me, drop a comment, let us know. So, and again, this is I'm not saying all men don't journal or don't think about these things. Well, what I am saying, what my approach is, it's really more guided through to women because we actually do process in a journaling in a conversation. And I'm not saying all, absolutely not. I am not giving absolutely generals whatsoever. Although I could fight it with Jimmy and I could be like, throw the garbage. Oh babe, by the way, did you throw the garbage?
Mm-hmm.
Aw. And he's got a car. It's heavy because we have to walk. We don't have that service anymore. I miss that service of putting the garbage right outside and people pick it up daily. I really do. I really do miss that service. Um, so anyway, yeah, we do stuff that are completely not traditional. I do the oil change, put in gas, wash the car. No shame in that. It's what my daddy taught me, and I get to do it, right? So anyway, guys. So again, reach out. Men, I will connect you to coaches that are in the same field in this power of reflecting pen to paper. I'd be happy to do that. Also, I have like a pool of coaches. You don't like my style? That is all good, but you want to get deeper? It is my pleasure to connect you to my network. Not everybody wants to work with me. That is called life. And I don't expect everybody to do so. So anyway, guys, I hope to bring in more people just to share from their perspective. That's so big for me. So I'm gonna continue to share more about that. So for me in this health journey, it has helped to have outside resources, and I am highly considering creating this space, an online space for this type of healing. And I'm not talking in what Dr. Pump is doing, but when it comes to the stories we tell ourselves, it really has motivated me to create this circle because it's not just him. Like he's higher, right? Like whatever webinar I'm jumping in, so there are those who are different than me, and then there are those who are like me and speak like me, where I'm like, wow. Yes. But across the board, there's tons of grace and compassion for our journey. And it's a journey because this program is a 5 to 6 month journey. This is not like let's do it quickly and fast. It's completely opposite of that. And I'm done with quick and fast. It doesn't match my life. My life has not been quick and fast. It's been a journey. It takes Patty a long time. Okay. So to pass a test, to graduate college, I graduated college at 28. I had quit college and decided to get in the work field as a youth developer, as a director. And the only reason I went back is because they had me in this ceiling that I couldn't go higher than that. I went from here, the very, very, very bottom of a camp counselor, all the way to just running after school program. And I couldn't have a director title. I was like, why not? Because you don't have a college degree. Fine, I'll go get one. So anyway, guys, Jimmy, I hope your headache does get better. Anything you want to add? I know you have a headache, but wanted to leave. I don't have my water, but I'll pretend I'm drinking so I can shut up.
No, I'm good. I'm sorry. My head's not feeling good.
Oh, I'm so sorry, honey. All right, we'll put a nice and easy. Actually, I like this. That one, not that one. Guys, let me know if you have any further questions about all these conversations, whether it's on reflecting or a thinking about your season, thinking about your winter, or your next project. Let me know how I can assist. I'll see you tomorrow, and stay grounded, my friends. Love you. Bye-bye.